Alright, you're back with Modmaster J, and in this video we're going to be going over the Cydia sources and packages for Firmware 5.1.1. I've tested well over 100, and these are the top ones that all work with each other, and you can have them all installed together. I know there's a lot of videos out there showing you a bunch of different tweaks and whatever, but they don't really tell you which ones work together. So in this video I'm going to show you all the tweaks that work well together or packages then with zero problems, and I'm also showing the new Instalius 5. Okay, the first one on the list is No News is Good News, and that pretty much just takes off the NewsStand from your screen, from your SpringBoard, so you don't have it. Next we have Appsync 5.0 Plus. That will allow you to sync to iTunes just fine. The next one is AFC to ADD, and I primarily use it for with ifunbox on my PC. It allows me to get to all the root menu, the root files, so I can add in my themes and stuff from Winterboard that I have saved on my PC, as well as my IPAs that I also have saved on there for when I do a reformat or when I do somebody else's. So that's on there as well, and it works really good with ifunbox. The next one we have is SBSettings. That one's pretty straightforward, and I think everyone that's been doing this adds this one. It's on the fly, turning off and on, so my 3G off. Location, byte SMS, anything you put in, you can turn it off or on. It's just on or off toggles basically is what's on here, as well as a dock that's down here as well. So in my dock I have I've got Cydia, ifile, and my settings and stuff in there, and you can set all that through more. So that is SBSettings. Next we have Barrel. That is the icons. I have it on fade right now, so it's fading. You can go into the settings and switch all this, but mine just fades there. You can have it spin. It's called Pac-Man. It does a big roll and stuff. You can do a bunch of different ones in there. Okay, the next one is Instalius 5. It's the new Instalius, and this one will actually, aside from the sources that you get with it to get the apps, it also allows you to download torrents within it. So BitTorrent has a BitTorrent client, which is pretty cool. So you can go and download the torrents from 2 sites, and I'll have them listed below as well for that, the 2 torrent sites that you can use for it, that you can browse through on your, well, I have browser, but you can also use Safari as well. And that one is Instalius 5. Okay, the next one is ifile, and what ifile does is just allows you to go through the root files through ifile. You can go through all your root folders and stuff of your phone. After that is infinidock. So primarily you can set as many icons as you want per page. I find that 5 is pretty much is the best one, because it doesn't, once you start going over 5, it kind of bunches the icons together a bit. So I just leave it at 5, and I find it looks the best. So I just leave it at that, and that is infinidock. You can just drag as many as you want on here, and it just keeps going and going and going with icons or apps. The next one is infinifolders. And that one's pretty straightforward too. You can put as many games or apps or whatever in each folder. So just infinity. You can keep going and going and going. Just drag and drop them in, and they'll keep going in. The next one we have is Winterboard. Primarily Winterboard, just like a theming, it switches all the themes that you have. Right now I have a transparent dock on only right now, I think, and so you don't see the the dock at the bottom. It usually has like a picture there, and I've taken it completely off, so it's just transparent with the actual background on my SpringBoard. AdBlocker, that one there primarily blocks pop-ups and stuff from your apps or any kind of ads that you see. Once you install the AdBlocker, it will block all that, so you don't have to look at it. Next we have motion, and that's what my icons are doing now. I have it set to just kind of sway. There's a bunch of different options in your settings as well to switch that. You can make them pop out at you, just do an array of different things, but I have them here. I don't know if it's called slant or something, but I do have that set up. So that one there is motion. It just plays with your icons. Next we have blurred NC background. So if I pull down my notification center, that's what it is. It blurs it out. So it's just not that plain gray anymore. So it's you can kind of see the background, but it's the background of the SpringBoard and all your icons, but it just blurs it out. So that is blurred NC background. Next one we have is AllMail, and in AllMail that primarily, let me pop into it here. So I got a YouTube thing, a YouTube update here. So let's just hit, you hit the edit, and now you have AllMail. So now if I have a lot of email and junk, you can just hit AllMail, and you can select all, delete all, move all, mark all, or hide all. So I'm just going to delete these ones, just this one in particular, but it will delete them all if you hit it. So just delete all, and bang, it empties all of them at once. So it's just a quick way of deleting a lot of junk mail or just a lot of mail at the same time if you want. And that one there is called AllMail. After that we've got screen swipe sounds. So every time that I go to a different page, it makes that noise. Now there's an array of different noise or sound effects that you can get for it as well. But I like this one. It's called wipe, I think. And it's just there's a bunch of different ones you can use, so you can go and check them out in settings once you have it installed, and pick one to your desire that you like. After that is Byte SMS, which is just another kind of texting, but this one here, when you have it, it comes with emoji, and when I go to write a new text, I have a little world now in here. So you hit the world, and then you have a bunch of different icons that you can use throughout it. So it's pretty cool to have. It's a pretty neat one. You can go to different things too. It has all different categories here that you can use. It even has a favorite ones that you use, most recents and stuff like that. Let me show you actually quick, because a lot of people don't know that after you install Byte SMS, you've actually got to go into your settings. Let me just get to them here. You go into your settings, and then you go down to General, and then Keyboard. Now I have two on right now. Now you'll see emoji, and when you add a new keyboard, I don't think it'll show emoji because I took it out here. So yeah, they took it out. So now it's just that. You will see emoji in here. So you're going to want to click on Add New Keyboard, and then just find emoji in there, and then add it to it. So then you'll have English or whatever language you speak, and emoji as well. And then as soon as you do that, that little world will pop up on your keyboard, and you're good to go with emoji and putting in all the new icons that it has. Now there's also another one called Emoji Pro, Now what Emoji Pro does is it adds about 300 plus new icons to that. So you can add that in right after you install Byte SMS. You could put Emoji Pro in and it will add 300 plus new icons to that as well. So you can just have a bunch of new ones to play around with and text to people. After that is Springtomize 2. And basically what that is it's full control of turning on and off things. I can take out the time, take out the status bar completely from my home screen, from my lock screen. With this one here, if I try to go over to my search, where that usually is, the spotlight, I have it turned off, so you can't. I don't use it, so I just have it turned off, so I don't have to look at it if I go over one more by accident or something. I don't necessarily have to have that pop up with my keyboard, so I like to turn that one off myself because I never ever use it. Aside from that, it does an array of things. Once you install it, go into your settings and check it out. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with it. After that is App Activation Audio. So what App Activation Audio is you can choose a sound when you open an app. So let's say, for instance, I open up Notes. It's going to make like an electricity sound. So let's try that. There. So that's what it does. It just makes any app you open, it just makes that sound. Okay? And that's with any app. So that just adds sounds. You can pick which sound you like in the settings as well for that one. After that, we have Fast Snap. Primarily what Fast Snap is you can use the volume buttons as like a button to push to snap your photos or take video. You just have to just hit your left or right volume button, and when you have your camera app open, it'll snap it. So you don't have to necessarily touch the screen to take pictures now. You can use it as like sort of like an actual camera where you're hitting the button. So that is Fast Snap. Copic, which is short form for Contact Pictures. And it's like, there used to be one I used, I Pick My Contacts, so it's sort of like that, except with this one it puts in the pictures beside all your contact names and all that stuff. And it does it in pretty much every app that you have your contacts in or something. It'll show up with a little picture beside it. Even in your SMS, it'll show like an avatar. So you can go into your settings and check out that co-pick, and it's sort of like I Pick My Contacts, where it puts little pictures beside the names in your contact list, or in your in your contacts, or in your phone list, whatever, in your favorites. It'll throw it in there right beside it. Right after that one, we have Kill Background. So you go to Kill Background. Basically what this is when I double tap home to go in here, I've got a bunch of apps open. Okay, I can kill them on the fly by pushing that little guy there. Now you can go into settings and set it so that's a bigger button. Or you can put it on the right side, left side, whichever you're most comfortable with. But as soon as I hit that little cross and bones there, it's going to close all those. So bang, and it closes all your apps on the fly. Now I also have it set in Activator, so that if I pinch the screen, I don't necessarily have to double tap home. I can go to my Activator, and Activator is installed when you put in SBSettings. That will automatically install for you. So you can just go into your settings and go to your Activator, and I have mine set to pinch. So if I open Notes and then I close them, now that's running in the background, or it's there still. So if I pinch, it'll say killed one app. So it kills as many apps as there, it lets you know, and then it just kills them. So that's a really cool one to have, Kill Background. Okay, the next one on the list there is SleepFX. So again, with SleepFX, you just hit the power button to kind of just put it into sleep mode. And I have mine set to fade tiles. You can have it turn off like a TV tube. You can have it do a bunch of different things. So that's when you hit the sleep button. It has different effects for putting your iDevice to sleep. The next one we have I really like. It's called Any Attach. And primarily when you're doing a new email, if I compose one, so I'll go to compose an email and it'll add this to it, an attachment little button there. So now just click on it, and now you can go into your actual background roots of your folders, wherever you download stuff to. I have stuff when I download from the internet on my iDevice. A lot of the stuff goes to downloads folder. So I mean, you can go in there and you can send anything on the fly that you download, or any kind of file. It will allow you to send it. So you just hit there, hit the attachment, you can write in the subject, but then you can attach anything that you want from your root folder, which is pretty amazing for if you get IPAs and stuff like that. If you download them from Installius, you don't have to necessarily delete the IPA. You can keep it and then send it to somebody if you want the IPA itself. So that's a pretty cool option that they have now. I really like it, because I can just send people any cool apps that I get. I can just send it to them on the fly. The next one we have is Zeppelin. What this does is changes your carrier, or up at the top there, your top left. It changes the signal bars to this basically, or your carrier name. It switches it. Now I have it to Wolverine, but you can also in your settings set it to whatever you want. And also in the description below, there's a bunch of packs that you can get. You can also go in Cydia and go into sections, and there's actually a Zeppelin section now where you can go and just pick one to your desire that you like and just download them like that. You used to have to search them, but now they have an actual section in Cydia just for Zeppelin alone. So after you add all the sources and everything, just go into Cydia and check that out. Check out that part in sections, and you'll be able to get an array of different kind of icons that you can put up there as your carrier instead of just whatever one you're with. So that's a pretty neat one to have. And then last but not least, and I don't have an example up here, but it's called Beta Font. And basically what that does, in most of my other videos you'll notice, and it does work with this one, I haven't put in all the fonts that I want yet, so I'm still downloading those. And there is a section in Cydia as well for fonts. So I mean, you can go pick which font is your favorite and use Beta Font to switch it over to that once it's installed from Cydia. So install Beta Font first, then go and look for your font that you want, install it, and then go back into Beta Font and choose it and apply. And you'll more than likely have to do a respring. And that's it basically for the top tweaks that you can get on here. You can also get some different notification tweaks. I have Calendar for Notification Center and one called Wii Flashlight. So I can turn on and off on the fly my light. I can turn it on and off, so right on the fly. Oops, off, there, off. So that's a pretty neat one to have if you need a flashlight quick. You can just pull down your notifications and hit that on. And I also have the calendar on here and the weather. And when you install SBSettings also in notifications, you're going to want to make sure you have that in your notification as well. It requires it for 5.0. For some reason it'll even tell you that in the description, but I'll just let you know that now. So when you go into your notifications and settings, just make sure you edit and add the SBSettings one to it as well. And there's also some emulators that you can get, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all that. I'll have them listed in the description below. You can also get those as well. And then you can also just search for the ROMs and stuff online. There is ROM packs for most of these emulators, but that's a whole other video within itself. And I also have videos made from other ones that are primarily the same as 5.0 from 4.0 firmwares. They're pretty much all the same. Even their location is more or less the same. But I will probably do another video on it just to keep it up to date with 5.1.1. So that'll be coming shortly. But that's about it for this video. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like to this video. And I'll definitely have some more videos coming out. But I know this one took a while, but I had to wait. And just to make sure, I had to test all the tweaks first and then see which ones all worked together the best without screwing up things, because I know you can install different tweaks and they mess things up. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. This is Modmaster J, out.